Welcome back to the studio, everybody. This is Bobby. On deck today, I've got this David Cornsweat Superman from Bedzerk Studios, and I'm going to show you how I painted it. Let's get into it. Alright, I got my parts all ready to go, and by now you know the drill. I did some sanding, some gluing, and some gap filling, and now I'm ready to get started. And first up is this gloss varnish from Vallejo. I'm going to apply this to the crystal pieces to bring back their transparency. I used to really overwork transparent parts to try to get them to be, clear again. Once it was explained to me why they look foggy, it's not a chemical thing. It has nothing to do with how you treat the resin itself. It's because of the voxels that are created as it's printing. They're essentially just little right angles. And so it's scattering the light, which is causing the pieces to look foggy. And so once that was explained, that once you fill in those little 90-degree angles with some gloss varnish, in this instance, it brings the transparency back. And I thought that was pretty cool. So now I'm ready to start priming the other stuff. I'm going to use this gray primer from Vallejo. Since everything on this piece is going to be kind of bright and lively, I wanted to do a light base primer. It'll just make it easier for painting the blues and the yellows and the reds later on. And rather than masking the crystals, I chose to brush apply the primer to the base. I chose to go with the Vallejo black primer for the rock base part. Since it's going to be rocks, it's going to be kind of dark anyway. Next, I'm using this blue alcohol ink on the crystals just to kind of give them a transparent fade from the top down to a nice icy blue color. Starting with this Vallejo metal color chrome. This is my favorite chrome. I'm going to apply it to the front door of the Fortress of Solitude. Now I'm going to dry brush the rocks with some Dungeon Gray from Army Painter. For Krypto's base coat, I'm going to use this Phantom Gray from Vallejo Mecha Color line. It's got a nice kind of bluish, kind of cool gray, which is what I want for the undertone for Krypto's fur. I'm using this electric blue from Army Painter to shade the inside of the snow explosion, ice explosion. I don't know what kind of cloud this is, but it's some kind of explosions, and it needs to be shaded. So that's what I did. I'm going to use this Vallejo black wash now on the front door, just to bring out some of the detail, darken it down a little bit, so you can see some of the texture in the metal. And then I'm going to brighten it back up with some chrome to make sure that the logo that is kind of glowing in the front has a brighter base for the base of the glow, which I'm going to apply next. I'm going to use this Imperial Fist from Citadel. It's a contrast paint, so it should work well with the highs and lows in the chrome once I start putting it through the airbrush. So I'm just going to base coat it here to give it some definition, and then we'll take it over to the airbrush box. For the base of the glow, I'm going to use this Cold White from Vallejo. Just kind of go around the logo and the overflow and kind of build up a hot spot in kind of in the middle there where the glow would be emitting from, and just overall just kind of give it a nice gradient fade away from the logo. Alright, so we're going to run this Imperial Fist through the airbrush and let's see what happens. At this point, I decided it was a bit too saturated, so I went in and cleaned my airbrush and went back in with some white to kind of touch up the glow in the middle. I'll just keep this airbrushing rolling with this fiendish yellow from Army Painter on the yellow bits that needed to be base coated yellow. Going to work on Krypto's fur, I'm going to use this off-white from Vallejo and a dry brush just to hit the top layer of the fur. We ended up going back and dry brushing him again with a brighter white to hit the highlights. But this is a good base white. So I stole my wife's glue gun so I could attach these swirly bits to the base. That way, whenever I'm painting them and there's a little bit of a gradient, the seam will, not stand out. It just ensures that all the pieces, look uniform when I put them together later. So I kicked around the idea of painting these things yellow for the longest time because I wasn't sure, exactly what color it was, but I did know that the base had a whole lot of white and a whole lot of blue, so I wanted to give it a pop of color. And I think these spots of yellow from the door to these swirly bits to his belt and then to his logo kind of pulls your eye vertically up the statue. So I'm really happy with the choice that I made here, even though I really have no idea what these things are supposed to be. All right, I'm going to give it a beat here for that like and subscribe animation to play out. And I'm going to bottle intro this medium blue from Vallejo. This is going to be the blue that I'm going to use for the rest of the Superman suit. This dragon red from Army Painter is the perfect red for the Superman and Krypto capes and his boots and his trunks, his red undies. Perfect red. Trust me. To paint the metals on Krypto's collar, I first have to use this glossy black from Vallejo and base coat his little doggy tag and his the little studs on his collar. Vallejo metal color chrome for the win. And for the super logo tag, I'm going to use this bright gold from Army Painter. I'm going to use this cold white from Vallejo to give Krypto's fur some highlights. All right, some fun stuff. This is Vallejo weathering effect snow. It's like a paste almost is the best way I can describe it. You can see I kind of had to use a couple little wooden tools here to work it into position. But once you kind of get it in there and get it shaped the way you want it, so that it kind of drifts around the crystals and that kind of stuff, and you kind of follow the geometry of the rocks and everything. Now, once you get it all in place and it sets, it's a really cool looking snow effect. It's got a little bit of a glistening kind of glittery effect to it, and it's rock solid. Like, it's not going to chip or flake or come off the model or anything like that. It's really good stuff. So if you have the means, I highly recommend it. Going back out to work on the boots, I'm going to use this Vallejo wash to give them a nice black wash down that just kind of brings out the leathery texture in the boots. And some dragon red from Army Painter in a dry brush will brighten them back up a little bit. And I'm going to use this sepia game color wash from Vallejo to tint the inside of the belt, tint the yellow to a slightly, darker, more kind of an orangey yellow. I'm also going to line the logos on the capes so they have a little more definition. For the shading, I'm going to use this Vallejo black wash, just very, very lightly, and kind of start to add a little dark little darkness to the underside of the capes and kind of down in the recesses. And I'm also going to be using the black wash to shade the rest of the suit, kind of around the muscles, his little muscle islands, and shade his undies and then around the boots, cuffs, and everything, just to give the suit a little more definition. And you can really see, side by side, pre-shaded, versus the shaded. It, really does make a difference. So this is my favorite step. I'm going to use this brown rose from Vallejo for the base of the skin tone. And this very old bottle of Barbarian Flesh from Army Painter will be the mid-tone, the mid-skin tone color. And while waiting for those to dry, I went back to work on Krypto. Started with his little foot pads and toe beans. Then I painted his portrait with some glossy black on his nose and in his mouth, kind of a black rim around his lips. Painting dog faces is a little weird, but it's very satisfying. So I just went ahead and finished base coating the rest of the portrait. I painted his tongue with the dragon red and his gums with a brown rose. And back again with the off-white from Vallejo to paint his little teeths. For his irises, I'm going to use this chocolate brown from Vallejo. I wanted a brown that was still really dark, but had some warmth to it, and the chocolate brown's perfect. And can't forget to drop in some pupils as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. I decided to put them together and give them a little test flight. And yeah, it looks great. I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Oh, All right, let's go to work on this portrait now. I'm going to start with a blue wash over the whole skin. This is going to kind of tone it down a little bit, give it the appearance of having some blood flow under there, and adds a little bit of variation to the skin tone. While that dries, I'm going to use this matte black from Army Painter to rough in the hairline. With it dried and sealed, I can now go in with a red wash over the entirety of the skin to, again, just add some variation and to warm it up in the pockets, kind of in the recesses. It will help kind of shade and shadow the skin and just give it some pockets of warmth. And yeah, just overall kind of start to build it up and make it look like skin tone. You do want to pay special attention to the lips and to the eyes. I like to build these up, with a little bit more control with the red wash, and just keep kind of laying it in, layer by layer, just kind of building it up until you get to a saturation level that you like. And while the portrait dries, I'm going to use this gloss varnish from Vallejo to work on the trim detail on the suit. I tidied up his hairline with some matte black, and I painted in his eyebrows with a very, very small brush, And the ball vise is great for this kind of work. It's holding it still, letting me reposition it. And it also comes in handy to put in this off-white from Vallejo in his eyes. For his irises, I'm going to use this deep sky blue from Vallejo. And of course, can't forget to add a dot for the pupil. I'm going to use this gray blue from Vallejo and a dry brush over his hair just to kind of add some highlights and some separation. I did end up going back in with a little bit of gloss black to knock those highlights down. They got to be a little too much. And these portraits are almost done. The last step is to apply some of this Vallejo premium gloss varnish to their shiny bits, the mouths and noses and eyes of Krypto. And of course to Superman's lips and eyes. And with that, I think we're ready to move on to assembly. And that's my Superman. Thanks for sticking around here to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, you would probably like the other videos on my channel, so make sure you check those out. Hit that like button for me and type some words in the box. That helps the robots know that you like me. And if you got a hype button, go ahead and click that hype button too. That'll help out. Just, anything that's clickable down there, just go ahead and click it. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope to see you on my live chats. And until then, as always, take it easy.